A void has been left by the cancellation of the Comrades Marathon due to COVID-19, with thousands of runners now agonizing over the months of wasted preparation and the loss of an experience of a lifetime, or possibly a downrun record to be broken. But now, just imagine you could still tackle the iconic challenge, compete against last year's winners, even measure yourself against the all-time legends of the past like Bruce Fordyce and Billington. Cue the Comrades Race the Legends virtual challenge taking place this coming Sunday, the 14th of June. And to share now how you can kick that Comrades withdrawal, please welcome the chairperson of the CMA, Cheryl Winn. Cheryl, a very good morning.
Good morning to you and good morning to all the viewers. Thank you very much for inviting me. It's been a really hectic few weeks. We're throwing this together in a period of 5 weeks. We're sort of making it up as we go along. And we're very excited. We can't believe the tremendous response that we're having. I mean, it's grown by 1,000 since I woke up this morning. So
wow.
it's really exciting. We're going to have more runners in the Comrades virtual race than we would have had in the real race had it been run on Sunday the 14th. We're going to have more. It's just amazing, the response we've had.
That is incredible. I think even those of us who weren't competing were heartbroken at the cancellation of the Comrades, but this is such an innovative way of keeping that massive, now global community we know connected. I mean, you could even do this from a treadmill if you wanted.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, the most amazing thing to me is that we've actually got just over 1,500 entrants that are actually planning to do 90 kilometers all on their own. That just blows my mind because I can't imagine doing 90. I've run 6 Comrades, but I can't imagine running Comrades Marathon all on my own. But as everything about this whole year is going to change the way everything is going forward. And Comrades Marathon is probably not the least of it.
So I mentioned in my intro that you'll be able to race last year's winners, Gerrit Steyn, Edward Matibi, but being able to measure your achievements against the all-time greats, the Bruce Fordyces, the Billingtons, Wally, that is where the power of a digital era really comes to bear. That is just too cool.
Yeah, and I think, we're coming up with new ideas all the time. I mean, we're going to be able to tell you where you would have come in like the 1938 Comrades Marathon when there were a few hundred competitors.
Wow.
And, all of a sudden now there's, 27,000. But maybe had you run in 1938, you might have finished in position 200. And, it's really just a fun thing. It's about still being part of this tremendous Comrades running community and being able to connect and celebrate everything the race stands for on race day. And yeah, it's going to be something totally different, but we think it's going to be a lot of fun.
It really is going to be special, not least of all because there is a huge charitable effort underpinning your efforts. The Comrades Bidi charity will also be benefiting, but you've been extremely hard at work in your efforts to raise funds for COVID relief, amongst other things. From what I saw in a media release, well over 1.5 million rand. Who's going to be benefiting from the funds raised?
Well, we have 6 official charities, which we've had for the last 3 years, and over the last previous 2 years, we've been able to raise between 5 and 6 million rand for those charities, over the whole course of the race. So I think last was 1.5 million rand, but the most amazing, that's the last total that I got maybe a few weeks ago. But in the meantime, our runners are continuing to give. Even before we launched the virtual race, our runners are really generous and they have their favorite charities, and they have continued. We kept the race for charity open on our website, and runners continue to give. And so now, of course, there'll be a new huge boost with this event, and we're just hoping to make up for what would have been the 5 or 6 million rand that we have raised over the last 2 years in a row, and we're hoping that we can get as close to that as possible. One of the other things that we've also introduced is that any club that brings in more than 100 participants to this race will also get a portion of whatever profits we make. So we're also giving back to the running community as well.
It really is. It's the cornerstone of what I understand athletics to be in this country. So thank you so much. Just one last question. Will you still get a medal?
You know, the thing about virtual races is, you know, and they're relatively new concept. I mean, you've only first heard about them in November when we sent our general manager and our IT coordinator to AIMS, which is the Association of International Marathons. We sent them to a conference in Athens, Greece. And that's when we first heard about the whole concept of virtual running, which was just beginning to take over generally worldwide, but it was already very big in China for some reason. And so we came back with the idea. We sort of put it on the back burner. We didn't think it was really important or a priority at that stage. And now all of a sudden it's the way to do it. It's the only way to do it. And I think it's going to grow. I don't think it's something that's going to disappear after 2020 Comrades Marathon. I think, you know, virtual is going to be here to stay, and we're going to have, you know, it's going to develop. But the one thing that normally happens in a virtual race is everything's virtual. You get a virtual certificate, a virtual medal. The difference between Comrades and the others is that you will actually get a real medal as well as your virtual medal and your virtual certificate to show that you've done it.
Well, thank you so much for leading the way, and on behalf, even though I'm not a Comrades runner myself, and possibly now a future one if I can do it virtually, but thank you so much on behalf of the running community for evolving and adapting as you had to during very trying times. But thank you so much, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you, we need it.
So you guys can go to comrades.com, register for Race the Comrades Legends, then select your distance, 5Ks, 10Ks, 21, 45, or the monster, 90 kilometers, and see how you stack up against the greats. And if you're going to be hitting the open road, please be safe. And we know, of course, that you'll adhere to those necessary social distancing measures. But I, for one, just want to see someone clock 90 kilometers on their treadmill. But stay safe, don't get injured doing it, and enjoy it.